I'm Sebastian Gonzalez from SCSU TV, and I'm here with my boy,
Ben.
and my other boy,
Spencer.
Ben, why don't you tell the world what's pissing you off?
There's been a problem recently with media, and it's Disney decided to remake Aladdin. Now, they're going to do it sooner or later because there's no original ideas left, but the Aladdin movies had a bit of a rocky problem. The first thing was, are they going to use actors that are actually, like ethnically, or were they going to whitewash it? And they didn't. And then there was an issue of, they were doing, I think I read somewhere they were doing brown face for the extras, for filming.
Of all the things to CGI, they can just CGI the extras.
Yeah, I don't.
Why does it make sense to brown face the extras?
Well, because I guess it's less money. I don't know. And then
It's ridiculous.
And
It's
then
not like there's an absence
the
actors.
next hit this movie took was they released an Entertainment Weekly magazine of, it was our first official, well, besides the crappy trailer that we got, it was our first look at the genie, and it was Will Smith looking absolutely terrible. And then Will Smith said, "Oh guys, don't worry about it, he's going to be blue, he's going to be CG, it'll be fine." So then the Grammys happened, and I kid you not, I was doing homework, my grandfather was watching the Grammys, I was on the computer, and I was like, is there a new trailer for it out? And then I was watching it, and I was like, oh, it's over. And then they show him rubbing the lamp, and I was like, are they going to show him? And then they showed him, my exact words, what the hell was that? It was awful. It was a Snapchat filter. There is no excuse for, it's 2019, there's no excuse for CG to be that bad when just last year, Disney put out
Avengers
Infinity War with Thanos, with a main character that was completely CG.
And he looked amazing.
And he looked amazing.
Like, the amount of emotion they were portraying.
I was like, you didn't even try, and there's the excuse, there's 3 months out.
Down to the shimmer of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. Like, the excuse is, oh, it's 3 months out, don't worry about it. There's only so much you can do in 3 months, and the fact is, the upsetting thing is, Disney, if say it's not polished, then Disney shouldn't have put it out.
Exactly, yeah, they shouldn't.
But Disney decided to put it out. They're like, no, this is what people will get. And then I was like, what? No, why would you do something like that? I'm still going to see it. And CG, for me, you could have bad CG and have a great movie like I Am Legend.
And Black Panther.
Well, and yeah, and Black Panther.
Sharknado.
Don't speak.
Please shut up.
But it's just, there's no excuse when you have movies like, especially with Disney, when they put out movies like The Jungle Book, Infinity War, Star Wars, The Lion King that's coming out.
And they have the money to make it good.
They have the money.
They have billions.
Yeah. It's just, for me, I would have rather have seen, I think it would have been more interesting if they did, like, because in the original they were animated, the cartoons, they were people, but they was kind of realistic. And the genie was just this cartoon-looking thing. I would have rather have seen, like, a 3D cartoon-looking genie with just Will Smith's voice, because what they did here was what they did with Shark Tale, was they just smacked Will Smith's, instead of smacking his face on a fish, they put it on a genie.
I'm not gonna lie, I got some Twilight Baby vibes from.
Oh God, yeah.
When I saw this. Remember that the face of that Twilight Baby? Talk about bad CGI.
I was like, may I interject? I watched the trailer for the first time today, and the movement of the genie was just ridiculously
It was off.
It was
there
like
was something off
there was
about
something like that made me think, wait a minute, this isn't right. This looks very off. There's no way to describe it really. It's just wrong. If that makes any sense.
Now Spencer here is, I don't know if you're here to defend it or say like why.
Yeah.
No, I like the genie. I think it's going to be good. I like the idea of having him the way he is. I think the CGI could be a lot better, definitely. But first of all, I think Will Smith is going to do a fantastic job. I have nothing against the Will Smith. There was a lot of memes that made me angry. I am a man who frequents iFunny. It's a great app, hashtag not sponsored, but and there was several memes that were featured that were like disgracing Will Smith and saying how, oh, Will Smith is going to ruin the genie and all this. And I think he's going to do a great job. I mean, there's no reason why Will Smith would do a bad job. I mean, he hasn't really disappointed me personally. I always have liked Will Smith. I think he's going to do a good job. The genie's CGI could be a lot better, I'll give you that. But I disagree with you. I think that this is a lot better than if they had just gone with like a completely, like you said, like a 3D model, like a weird. I prefer having a physical, like, you know, person like they have now with Will Smith. So
Like, if you look at, like, even, like, with Detective Pikachu, like, that's weird, but it works for some reason. Like, you're watching it and you're like, yeah, I recognize those characters, but for me anyways, it worked. It's just the genie, it's Will Smith, so they're going to be like, oh, well, he's a moneymaker, so we got to slap his face on it. But, again, Robin Williams was a moneymaker, too, and they didn't feel the need to, like, make the character look anything like Robin Williams, because now the issue is, in the original, the genie was able to, like, shapeshift and stuff, and, like, turn himself into different, like, caricatures.
and you don't think they're gonna do that?
I don't think they're going to do that with this one, because I feel like with this, since it's just a live action, like a remake, I feel like their bottom line for this is to make money. I feel like they put more care into their other live action movies, like Jungle Book and The Lion King.
It's
And
not live action.
well, I mean,
Yes, they are.
They're fully animated, like CGI
But it
movies.
looks
They're
it's
not
so
live action.
like if it's my point, it's so realistic that
Mowgli was a live person,
Yeah.
so that counts as live.
All right, Jungle Book is live
Yeah,
action.
yeah.
Lion King is not
Lion
live
King.
action.
No, yeah, Lion King.
Live action is just a
Because
the thing that hurts
really
is
good
it's-
Shot that.
cartoon.
I'm really into visual effects. Industrial Light and Magic, they're doing the effects for Aladdin, and they're the foundation. They did the effects for Star Wars,
Yeah.
for Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. Say what you will about Transformers, the visuals in those movies are spectacular.
They are.
Yeah, some of the visuals in Age of Extinction were a little wonky.
No, but like when the first one came
Oh
out,
yeah, definitely.
like everyone was like, "That's real. That thing looks like it's walking around."
Yeah.
Iron Man, the Avengers. I mean, these guys are the gods of visual effects. And when you have characters, even by other effects companies like Planet of the Apes with Caesar, you
Yeah, it
forget
looks
that that's
so-
a fake ape. You're like,
exactly.
that thing is talking on a horse.
Yeah.
It looks like a real monkey,
Yeah.
like is trained to do that. Like,
Andy Serkis.
Yeah. So, and it's just like, you're spending all this money, and it's, even the other effects don't look that great. Like when he's in the temple, I was like, that looks very
Green screen.
green screen.
yeah.
The movie also, to me, looks quite dark.
Yeah.
It's like there's, I forget which movie it is. The Relic. It's a creepy movie, but it would have been a good movie if you could actually see it. This, I feel like it's going to be just like that, because you can't, I looked at the trailer and you couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't even see anything, and I was like covering the phone trying to see it. It was ridiculous.
To be fair, we've seen 5 seconds of the genie,
Yeah.
but the movie comes out and it's almost March, like 2 months.
Yeah, I agree. My thing is, I agree the effects could be a lot better. My thing is, I like the casting. Like, Will Smith is fine, but the effects on the genie, you are correct. They could be
No, yeah,
a lot
like
better.
Will Smith, he's Will Smith. Like the only,
He's gonna do a good
he's
job.
gonna do a good job, but it's just, I felt like they could have merged the things together, like Will Smith, because Will Smith has been, what was the last movie he was in? It wasn't It was like that Collateral.
Collateral Beauty.
Yeah, and everyone hated it.
That was a shame.
I didn't see
Yeah, I
that.
heard it was
I don't
like-
think I'm gonna see it.
What about Afterbirth?
After,
Oh, we don't speak about it.
Yeah, I
don't-
thought that
we
was,
don't speak of
I
anything.
thought that wasn't that terrible, to be honest.
I got the poster for that movie because it was free at my movie theater.
Anything
I
that
didn't have to see
Shyamalan
it.
made before the visit, we don't talk about.
Well, okay. Well, and he was in Suicide Squad, and they got Will Smith because he's one of the most charismatic actors on the planet. And
Yeah,
the genie.
I liked him in Suicide Squad.
No, yeah,
He was like one of the only.
he was like one of the
Yeah,
good
he
things.
was
Yeah.
like the only good
Him
thing.
and Margot Robbie.
And Margot
were-
Robbie and El Diablo.
And he had the best line in the movie.
Some kind of.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
It's still being memed to this day.
What other lines did he have in that?
Anytime you say the movie, the
No
name
money,
of the
no
movie
honey.
in the movie.
Oh, that was.
Was Suicide Squad bad?
Yes.
Yeah,
I didn't think
it was. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. It was pretty bad.
It wasn't as bad
Well,
as BVS.
A 6.
But-
Yeah, it was better than
Than Batman v
BVS.
Superman.
It was disappointing. I think that's what it was. I was
Yeah.
more just because I was really looking forward to that movie, and it was just a disappointment, and that's just a lot
Because
of
think
you
DC
know what it
movies.
was? I liked the characters of the Suicide Squad. Like, the actual Suicide Squad themselves was pretty good. I liked the chemistry they had, and the jokes they were making were pretty good. But when you actually got to the, like, story,
mission?
the
The plot.
storyline and the plot, there was
It was
so many
so
holes,
chopped.
and it was so bad.
Because that was also Warner Bros. Just
And-
being an incompetent
And I
studio.
I
butchering it.
really do not like at all the Jared Leto Joker. It's just so bad,
I've
but
seen that memed to death, and
it's so
oh
like
god,
Another
yeah.
back to the Aladdin
Yeah,
thing.
back to Aladdin.
The director they got is a very odd choice.
Guy
It's
Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie, and I don't think I've seen any of his movies.
Remember
But
King Arthur?
he made
of the Sword?
he made that great King Arthur movie with Charlie Hunnam.
I've heard of it.
He made
The movie itself
I
was
haven't
terrible.
heard of this.
Sherlock. He made the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I thought
Oh,
it
that was good.
Oh.
He made those
that's
two.
good.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But
good.
he made some other stinkers. I heard. I heard it was weird. Like him out of all directors you could have gotten. Like I don't know. Aladdin should work for like a live action movie. You
Yeah.
got the beautiful To be fair, the non-visual effects stuff like the castles and the costumes, those look great.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a problem with that. And
We're playing Aladdin and Jasmine.
I don't know.
what's the girl? The girl. I know the girl.
And
She
are
was in
they
Power
even-
Rangers.
I don't think I know.
She was in Power Rangers and she was on that Terra Nova show. It's like Naomi
Oh,
Scott.
Naomi Scott.
Oh.
She is fine as hell.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah,
Is that her?
Jasmine's character's hot.
Is it Naomi Scott?
Yeah.
Isn't she like British?
No, she is,
I'm on IMDb
Indian.
right now, so hold on.
She
Naomi
has
Scott is
back.
Indian?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Naomi Scott, and
And so is
hold
Scott
on,
playing Aladdin.
I'm reading. So it's Naomi
You
Scott
got
as
that
Jasmine, Menna Massoud as Aladdin. I'm butchering that. I apologize. Will Smith as the genie, obviously. That's basically the cast, and then
And
I
who's
can't
the-
even pronounce the guy's.
Jafar.
Yeah, Jafar.
I don't like Jafar. Like the way he's a very high pitched voice. I'm like, dude, you're not threatening.
Yeah. I did
Bring
not.
me the lamp. No.
I did not like the Jafar. I think if there's any casting issues, it's with Jafar.
Yes. Fun fact: Will Smith. I think he had the choice between doing this and playing like the circus master in like the new Dumbo coming out. I think I would have rather seen him be the circus master
Yeah.
Me too.
in Dumbo because that's a role that you could have really used him being energetic
And charismatic.
and
When
charismatic.
are they making the new Dumbo?
That comes out in March, and
Okay.
I'm actually kind of more excited about that than I am for Aladdin.
I'm not. I like Aladdin. Aladdin is one of my favorite Disney movies. I'm very excited to see it. And I would rather him be Genie. I think he's going to do a good job. So.
I personally don't care too much for Aladdin or
I like Aladdin.
Dumbo.
Yeah.
I've never
I'm
seen
looking forward
Dumbo,
to
though.
Lion
Yeah,
King
Dumbo never really.
because
Aladdin. I
Donald
loved
Glover
Aladdin.
is gonna be Simba.
Hold on, let me pitch in for a
There's a lot of
second.
black
Relevant.
You jump, yeah.
Because there are no
Because-
circuses anymore.
Let me pitch in for a sec. Aladdin was one of the movies that my family would put on and we would watch together over and over again. I've a decent, not a lot of memories with it, but a decent amount. And I honestly, I like it enough to not want it to be ruined. And I'm also on IMDb right now behind the camera, and this guy really doesn't have a lot of stuff on his record. He has that King Arthur movie, like, and the Sherlock Holmes.
Guy
and then-
Ritchie?
That's really, I don't know any of these other movies. Guy Ritchie. And, like, all of these movies just, like, it's completely unknown. So,
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's
he's
just-
the best choice.
I love Disney. It's just I'm having a problem with their movie making business because the Marvel stuff they have in the bag, they know they're like, yeah, we have that. The animation stuff is where they're really shining, like with Pixar and the Disney animation. That's where they're flourishing. It's just the live action stuff because for a while they had Pirates of the Caribbean and then that sizzled out and then they really didn't have much and then they were like, oh, if we just remake all our live action stuff or remake all the classic animated movies with live action, we could get a
They
bit of.
wasted
Well-
so much on one
Well,
of
that
the
isn't in Walt Disney's will. It says they have to do that. It's,
Was that real or was that?
no, it's real. In his will, every 10 years they have to reboot the movies so that the new generation will have something to grow up with.
So this guy's been dead for how long and he's still
But like,
So
I
they're-
feel like,
Yeah.
I feel like
scary.
the old.
Well, his
movie-
head's in a jar in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. So
But, I mean, the old movies are still accessible to like younger. Like there's
yeah,
movies.
that's why I
like-
definitely don't agree with that.
Snow White came out in the 30s.
Yeah, Snow White-
and
and
my
it's
sister
still-
ate that up.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
definitely just watch the old
Like,
animated
'cause
ones.
what
There's no
it's-
reason you have to.
It's just they're doing so much live action because they're like for their streaming service, they're doing Lady and the Tramp, and that's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah.
Like the top
I
three
love
Disney
Lady and the Tramp.
classics for me was like Lady and the Tramp, Hercules, and Tarzan. And I don't like what they're doing with Lady and the Tramp. And if they touch Tarzan and Hercules, I'm gonna riot because
Hercules might be
If they
good
touch
though.
Tarzan, they at least better get Phil Collins back for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I think they could do
I
good
don't-
with
remember
Hercules.
the old live action
No, you don't
Tarzan?
think
They remake
Hercules?
Tarzan.
Oh.
They should touch Tarzan.
I mean that Hercules movie they did with
Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock wasn't horrible.
I didn't see that. Well, it was.
It was not Disney. I'm
Wasn't
saying
Disney.
I think anyway.
And they didn't have Danny DeVito as
No, they
Phil.
no they did not.
Use your sword. And they didn't have Hades.
Yeah.
I feel like the one movie that Disney should remake, that I think is worthy of a remake that no one mentions, is Atlantis.
Oh man,
Oh,
live
God,
action Atlantis would be.
Is it called Lost Empire or like Lost Planet?
Atlantis: The Lost
I
Empire.
don't remember that movie.
It's on
actually.
Netflix.
It's on
The
Netflix,
cartoon
watch
is
it.
on Netflix.
It's really
like
good.
that.
Isn't it Treasure Planet?
No, that's
No, that's a
one.
different one.
That's
That
not
was
a
like
good one. That would be.
Disney
live
had a
action.
few
That
years
movie
where they were
should be
getting
good.
experimental with like their animated movies. It was like early 2000s, and then
Treasure Planet was like a gem of my childhood. Like I watched it once, and then I like never really like thought about it.
I
But then I
wanted to watch
remembered it, and I was like, that was a pretty good movie.
On like the VHS tapes, it had like a lot of trailers. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember
I remember
that.
seeing Treasure Planet as one of those movies.
Yeah,
remember
Treasure
Monsters, Inc.
Planet's
was like,
always one that
that
you like hear about, but
movie
never
was
actually
so freaking
saw.
VHS tapes.
I was thinking the other day I still love that movie Dinosaur.
That's one of my favorites.
I was
think-
thinking, I'm like,
Yes.
why not just do? I would hate myself for suggesting this, but do like a remake of that, even though that looks extremely realistic as it is.
That's a two.
Or at
That
least do
movie,
a sequel.
A sequel, I don't know, because I don't know if the people will be like, oh yeah, Dinosaur. I've been looking for a sequel for that movie.
plus a lot of a few of the actors passed
Yeah,
away.
a few
like the one
19
who passed
years
away,
in
Eva
the
passed
making.
away recently, and then the one who
When
played
did
the dad monkey. I forget his name.
Dar?
Yeah, he passed away.
Fun
Look
fact,
up when that
guys.
movie came out. I think
2000.
It was
They came out in
2000.
2000.
Yeah.
I remember.
That CGI.
Because I saw the VHS.
Let me interject. That CGI is better than the genie. Honestly,
Yeah.
The
CGI.
movie is incredible.
Another.
Yeah,
You were
at
mentioning the
that time,
Transformers
too.
earlier.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the Transformers you said didn't like the computer like break because the CGI was so complex?
Oh yeah, in the second Transformers, for all of you Michael Bay fans, there was the big Decepticon, the Devastator. He was the one that was climbing the pyramids. He was the big one. He was in it for a little bit. It was so big that it melted like the memory card in the motherboard on the computer, and they were like, "Oh, this isn't good."
That's funny.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
I mean, if they're willing to put that much, well, it's not Disney. If
It's not
somebody
Disney.
is willing to put that much effort into a freaking Transformers movie, they should take a little better care of Aladdin.
Fun fact: Dinosaur had the largest kill count in all of the Disney movies.
Oh really?
In all the animated Disney
Yeah,
movies.
How many
Dinosaur.
people?
Dinosaurs killed the most things
That you were
because
getting,
on
Oh,
the island
the monkey.
that had all the
Oh my
lemurs
God.
on it.
yeah. They
It
committed
was-
a lemur genocide with
It
that
was
comic.
it was
you mean
a
that, like, meteor shower?
3-episode film theory
Oh my
thing, and
I never
Matt Pat went through all of the Disney animated movies, and yes, Dinosaur in fact had the largest kill count
Wow.
because
I mean,
That's one of my-
dinosaurs.
it was
Like,
pretty
tear
much-
us apart.
That was
it
my
was pretty
favorite
much Madagascar, and all the lemurs died.
Wiped.
How many?
Is essentially what
one of my
happened.
favorite movies.
He
I
said
never
that was
realized
the
that.
same size. The island that blew up was the same size as Madagascar. He said it would
Oh,
pretty
boy.
much be like today if a meteor just killed all life on Madagascar. And when you look at all the tree life and you look at all the lemurs and everything that was living on that island that killed the most. I forget what came in second place. I know Lion King was up there because he looked at like the aftermath of like how the
Oh, they
entire
got
land
starved?
died and everything,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like all that plant life and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
died. But
I didn't realize that as well. That
yeah,
Was, but yeah, I was like, where did? How many lemurs did he say that was?
There was a lot of the
lot.
whole island was lemurs.
like
It was
more
just-
than 10.
There was
I'd
like
say.
hundreds, if not thousands, of lemurs on that damn thing.
Oh, there
And
was.
just one.
King
And there
Julian
was-
more recent.
And
And
then-
one dinosaur.
and
I'm
one
looking for a girlfriend.
dinosaur.
Anyone?
And
Oh.
one meteor.
Ben and I rewatched Dinosaur a couple of years ago, and I realized that there were children on that island too.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
kid lemurs. Like when
Well.
when the aftermath hits and when they get off the island, when it's just the main characters, the little girls like they're all gone. I'm like, oh, they're all kids. children, well, same thing, women, everyone just.
Well,
You can still hear the.
you know how Disney loves killing off
behind
parents.
too.
You do?
Disney has.
You
Disney
can?
Well, I mean,
That's-
not now,
no,
but like
In the movie?
in the movie, yeah, you can
Obviously
hear
not
like,
now.
you know, like the cries of all the
Yeah.
like
They showed the island in the distance, just it's on fire. It's
Yeah.
like there's nothing left.
It's just a silent explosion.
Yeah.
That was
Honestly.
no, but that movie
That whole
though.
sequence was freaking.
Yeah.
That
visually
movie was
amazing.
fantastic. I loved that movie.
Well, they filmed. What they did interesting with dinosaurs, they went out and they filmed on different locations, and then they would like in post production they'd put the dinosaurs in, and they would kind of blend some of the backgrounds together. Like in the opening scene, there's like one shot that's like 3 different continents. It's really cool.
It's like what they did with Walking with Dinosaurs, kind of, where
Yeah.
they're
I
like,
gotta watch that movie again.
I'm sorry, Ben and I love dinosaurs. As we're going off on a
I
tangent,
love
but that
dinosaurs
is
too.
that is one of the greatest, like, anime. That's one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's one of my
like, fully
favorite movies.
animated Disney movies. Actually, I think that's my favorite Disney movie period, just because of the memories. I also,
So
but yeah, the CGI in that movie was 10 times better than the genie. Speaking of dinosaurs, did you Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, which came out
Oh.
last year? CG.
I like it.
Oh.
We're not talking crap about that movie.
We're not going to talk crap about the
I'm not.
movie. We're
I'll
not
try my
putting
best.
the movie aside. The
The
CGI
CG
in
effects in that movie are really good.
were
Yeah.
fantastic.
Same with the first
I
one.
didn't
The
see
CD.
it, so but I can't say Jurassic World. Those dinosaurs were freaking real. I'm not like they were real life.
Well, even
Watching that movie, I was blown
rewatch
away.
the first
by
Jurassic Park. They
even
came
the
out
first one. Was,
almost 30 years ago,
Yeah.
and it still holds up. But
yeah,
and that's a problem. If you have a movie that's almost 30 years old, and you're like, no, yeah, they still look real. But then you have a movie in 2019 with the budget that it has, and we've had movies like Avatar, Jungle Book, Lord of the Rings, things like that. There's no excuse to have there be.
It's because Jurassic Park, what it did great was it blended practical. with
It did
CGI.
blend.
Just because a lot of these movies,
They
they
also
just
used the less is more tactic.
exactly.
Exactly.
A lot of these movies, they just use CGI.
They just
all on
use
its
it up the
own,
wazoo.
which is what I like with the new Star Wars Force Awakens. What it did was it fused practical effects with CGI, which I think always looks better.
yeah.
If you have practical and then you add CGI on top of it, then usually
That makes the
Practical effects
best.
are.
best
I
product.
still like practical effects better than CG.
My take with practical effects is they used them more in the past because they didn't have CG,
Yeah.
and CG is a tool. Granted, you could overuse CG, and you could have bad CG,
Mhm.
but CG is also a tool. It's also, I think, is it cheaper than practical?
I would say it is. It's also quite easier to use
Yeah,
because for the practical
you gotta
effects,
get makeup and do all that
yeah.
stuff.
Practically, you have to get makeup.
for like the blue from the newest Jurassic World, they
yeah.
had to like have 5 people
Yeah, they have to
under
have
the
like
table
7
controlling the
dudes
puppet.
under the table with rods.
And
moving
like
around.
literally one person would operate like even the smallest thing, like the eyes blinking and stuff.
Another thing, back to the genie. Like if you watch, remember you see Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah.
Remember Return of the King, the Dead, the Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Those guys looked.
Oh, they were
looked dead,
freaky.
but they filmed that, and then in post production they just like touched stuff up to make it look like they were like ghosts. They could have done something like that. They could have had Will Smith on set and maybe like I don't know, say paint him blue, but give him like some prosthetics.
Yeah, I don't
And
know why
then-
they didn't just do body paint for that. 'cause
Yeah.
I feel like that could have been just way easier and cheaper if they just.
That
body
actually
painted
would
more.
that makes sense. But then what about like the tail? Because Genie's known for not having.
You could CG the tail on.
Yeah. That should be easy enough. I don't know why. Like, I mean, they do that with Mystique and the X-Men movies. That's always
a whole other, yeah.
body
I
paint.
wonder how long that makeup takes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it took her. Oh, I knew that at one point. It was really long. It was like at least 8 hours of makeup for that.
Yeah.
What time is it?
11:30.
I want to go for like 10 minutes,
No, you can go for 10 more minutes.
10 or 20. I mean, I'm good.
I think this is going really well. So.
You're going really well.
How's the sound, Perry?
Sounds good.
How's the
I can hear
camera?
all your voices clearly. I can hear it
Okay,
clearly.
let's go. What? All right, so
Probably one more topic. And
maybe
then
like we can talk. All right, what's the worst CGI that you've ever seen? and we're not gonna count like stupid Asylum original or sci-fi original. There's like a big budget movie. What is the worst CGI that you've ever seen?
Definitely the face of the Twilight baby.
Yeah, that
That-
one. I've
that
never
was
seen
cringy.
Twilight though, but like I've seen pictures.
I saw, if you look up on YouTube,
I
just
never
like the
did.
Superman's mustache.
Oh
Well, that wasn't as bad as people were making, because there was a picture they put out, and everyone was there was one scene in the beginning, like it's the first shot you see, and I'm like,
Yeah, and
okay,
his,
we're starting with
his
this.
bottom lip is
A
like.
kid, no, not even his lip, like his face. Like
was
a
like-
kid,
Yeah.
a kid was like recording Superman after he like saved people from a burning building. And you see his face, and it's like,
I was like,
bruh,
dude, did you have like an attack or something? Like,
Yeah, it looks like.
like who got Twilight Baby on my Superman?
Superman is Twilight Baby all grown up. Oh man.
So wait, Twilight Baby. Let's talk. I
Twilight
haven't
Baby,
seen how
it was
bad.
The baby
it's
from Twilight.
Obviously, about how
like-
bad is it?
like
It's
PlayStation
terrible.
3 graphics.
We're gonna have pictures of these.
It's like it's just like imagine.
Yeah, it
it's
looks
they
like
had the,
this, guys.
It was like they had the body of a real baby, which I don't know why they just use a real baby. I feel like that would have been much
Then
cheaper.
they just like
They
it's
use
just like-
actually a.
It's just like they completely pasted like
a
a fake-
Snapchat filter.
a fake filter.
pretty
over
It
it.
was a
I'm pretty
Snapchat.
sure I read somewhere for that film that they used a animatronic baby at first.
That's the worst
That's
That's
idea.
even
That's the
even creepier.
worst.
Like
thing
imagine
you
getting
could have
assigned the
done.
job. Okay, guys, well, for this movie, you have to make a robotic baby. Like I'd be like, excuse me.
What if we didn't?
Yeah,
Ben, what's the worst CGI you've seen?
Where's CG? I'm trying. I've seen. I mean, there was. I'm trying to think. I mean, some of the Attack of the Clones does not hold up
Yeah.
at all. Revenge of the Sith does. Attack of the Clones does not. Either
Revenge of the Sith looked nice.
I think I Am Legend maybe.
How bad was that?
That was pretty bad, but it's a great movie. Like,
I-
The movie
I've never
scared
seen
me when I was a child.
Is that the one with the zombies?
yeah, it was with Will Smith.
Okay,
You're all
yeah.
together.
I didn't
like-
think that
it's like
CGI was that bad.
post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
world. I think.
Actually, you know what CGI was terrible?
What?
I forget. I'm trying to think. It's one of the Mummy movies where they had The Rock as the Scorpion King or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Oh,
I've
God.
seen clips of it.
I've seen clips. I remember that. I
It
was like,
looks literally
someone
like
made
a video
comparisons.
game.
Someone's made comparisons between that, what you're talking about, and the genie.
Are you serious?
I don't think the genie's that bad.
Like no, because that movie was like Asylum level graphics.
Yeah,
Like if you don't.
which is weird because I think
these
ILM
times,
did the
like-
graphics for that too.
But no,
Um,
that was like Sharknado level graphics. That's ridiculous.
As much as I love Lord of the Rings, but when it, like in the big battle sequences, I guess just for the
I
time,
think
some
they
of
still
those
hold
were
up.
good.
They still hold up.
when I saw it, then again,
There's one shot in the second one
It looked a little
when
bit
he's
like
when
video
Legolas is jumping on the horse. I was like, okay, yeah, they CG'd that.
like that scene when Legolas he jumps onto the big elephant and shoots the 3 arrows into the head. Like when you see it from a really wide shot, it looks kind of like video game.
Well, I mean, they
Yeah.
kind of had to do it in the
Yeah.
I guess,
So-
but I
You can
still
make
think
that
it
with
looks good.
practical.
I mean,
yeah, that'd be a little hard to.
yeah, Lord of the Rings still is like maybe my favorite trilogy.
Hot take: Lord of the Rings is better than Harry Potter and Star Wars, and I will die on that hill.
I wouldn't say Star Wars, but it is
I
better
will.
than
That's a
Harry
hill
Potter,
I will
think.
die on.
Yeah, I won't say Star Wars either. Harry Potter.
You and my cousin would get along very well.
But I love Lord of the Rings.
loves Lord of the
I
Rings.
mean, I got the One Ring right here
Oh
because
yeah.
they threw it in the wrong volcano. Freaking
How'd
scrubs.
you get it?
You Gollum?
No. But yeah, they threw it in DOOM, but they had to throw it in DU with 2 dots over it, and Mount Doom. They got the spelling mistake, so I have to bring it there. But yeah, no, Lord of the Rings was like the best movie, and The Hobbit too is.
I like The Hobbit. A lot of people don't like The Hobbit.
Yeah.
I do.
The Hobbit did not hold up to the book because I will admit I did not read the Lord of the Rings
I
books,
didn't read
but
the books.
I read
I'm
The
reading-
Hobbit.
Aren't the
'cause-
Hobbit books like children's books?
The Hobbit. There's only one Hobbit book.
No,
They
the,
just stretched that out into.
the Hobbit was one book. I've read The Hobbit before they made the Hobbit movies and
Yeah.
before they announced it. Because I watched Lord of the Rings is like when I was younger. Like I think I was in elementary school when I saw Lord of the Rings, and I was like, it was so cool. Then I got to middle school, and I was like, oh, well, let me watch or let me read The Hobbit like as a prequel, and then the movies came out like a year after I finished the book, and I was like, oh. And then I went to the movies, and I was like, oh, like
the first
they
Hobbit movie.
stretched it out so long and added so much stuff that like the whole thing with like the white orc or whatever,
He
like
was
the
dead in
albino
the book.
orc. Like he wasn't even he was
In
like
the book,
barely
he was dead.
mentioned. Like the book was so I liked the book because it was just so straightforward. You know, there was just like the
Well, 'cause
dwarves.
there was a
and
lot
they-
of production.
and they
The
went
movie
to
went through
the
production
dragon,
hell.
and then they went to the town, and the dragon fought the town. Like, and then they did the movies, and they made when I heard they were making it into 3 movies, I was like,
Yeah,
this
that
is gonna
was
be bad. This is not gonna work. You cannot make that one book.
into 3 movies.
I mean, granted, it was a big book. I mean, it was a Tolkien book, but you can't stretch it into a
But I
3.
think-
And each movie was like 2.5 hours. Like, it doesn't work.
Peter Jackson wanted it to be 2, I think, originally, but then the studio was like, no, we're going to make it to 3. And he was like, all right, I guess I'll try.
Yeah.
You know, I had a friend who complained that the first Hobbit was too short in like
That's
8th
a
grade.
long movie. That was like almost 3
It was
hours.
such a long movie.
The first Hobbit movie is the one that's most like the book, though. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
I
give-
like the first movie is the one that I would like say is really good. I really like the first Hobbit movie. The second and third
The
one.
second one's my
were-
favorite, and I like the third one. The extended edition for the third one's the best. It improves the movie a lot.
Oh, I didn't see the extended
I
version,
felt
but
like the
I thought the
second
first
one,
one was really
the
good.
second one, that's when it ended with the dragon going to destroy the city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I first saw it, I was mad. Like I saw it with my friend
Yeah,
because I
really.
I'd read the book, so I thought they were gonna. What they were gonna do is they were gonna have the second movie be where they kill the dragon, but then it ends with the dragon going to the lake town, and it ended with Bilbo going, "What have we done?" And then it cut the credits. And I said to my friend, "Wait, excuse me?"
Talk about a cash grab.
Yeah.
I kind of liked the ending. It was like a
No, I still love
And
that.
then
It
of
was a
all
cliffhanger.
ways to kill the
Certain
dragon,
cliffhangers are good.
there
I
was
like that. I thought that
A
was
giant
good.
arrow
That's how it was in the book, though.
that he shot it off a child's shoulder.
that's
In the book, it was a regular bow and arrow.
Like that looks like it hurt. Like that arrow was huge, and it's just a little kid's shoulder.
In the book, it's a little more ridiculous. It's a regular sized bow and arrow, and he shoots it
And
normally.
then the dragon,
and the
just
dragon
so happens
dies.
to have an opening in his skin.
well, that was in the book that the dragon was impervious except for the
With that
tiny
one
little
video
thing.
game spot.
Yeah, the one video
One
game.
video game weak spot.
The Legend of Zelda weak spot.
And you remember
in
that
the-
movie we watched where it was one of those stupid movies where that reminded me of the time where this lady just bought down a T-Rex with a Glock. Do you remember that?
I don't know.
It
I
was
don't know, but
It sounds like an asylum movie.
it was
It
one of the
probably
silent
was.
movies, but look, that reminded me of that.
Dwayne the Glock Johnson.
But that was oh my gosh, but yeah.
Can we all appreciate how that freaking video game scene between Legolas and the
Bowl.
orc?
Yeah, Bowl. The orc. Yeah.
That he's on a bridge and the pieces
he's
are
Mario
falling,
jumping
and he's
up
Mario
the
jumping
bridge.
off the bricks that are
Even though
falling.
that, I was like, that's stupid,
I
and
was
I
like,
like those
come on.
movies.
Yeah, that was.
I'm like, this is getting
Someone should
ridiculous.
take that scene and edit like Mario
They
jumping.
did.
They did.
They
Fun fact: did you guys know
Really?
that elves are light enough to run on top of the snow as to hide their footprints? So
Yeah.
they can't be tracked.
Mhm.
It's a fun fact for me.
It's funny how they try to put Legolas' life in danger because we know he doesn't die.
Yeah, that's
They can't
that's
kill
the thing
Legolas.
with prequels.
Yeah.
Legolas
they
is
all
No,
have.
It's
the
a
elves in that
legend.
universe are like really hard to kill.
Legolas has always been like my favorite out of that group. He was just always. I always thought he was so cool. Like I thought elves were like so cool in there. Like I love the Tolkien elves. They're
And then
just
what's-
so cool.
What's this? Evangeline Lilly, was she his sister?
Taria. No, that was like his almost girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think they were like friends.
They
And
were.
I thought they were gonna kill her because she's not in
friends.
Lord of the Rings, but she just.
No, I
Dips
love how
all over
the
I
out
guess-
of nowhere romance between her and that one tall
The dwarf.
dwarf. He was like, "You want to inspect what's in my pants?"
Yeah, that was.
And she's like,
oh
"I love you."
shoot.
And I'm like,
And then he
"Okay,
gets killed.
yeah, that happened." If you see the how it should have ended for that,
That was
it's,
funny.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
She literally says something like, "I will not fall in love with you for that statement you made about what's in your trousers," something like that.
But yeah.
So
I
let's
think
wrap this
in
up.
conclusion, bringing you back to Will Smith, we're all gonna see it.
I'm not gonna see it probably.
He's not gonna see it. I'm gonna still see
I'm
it.
gonna see it, and I'm gonna like it.
And
Yeah,
it could,
screw you
it could,
guys.
it could be they do fix the effects,
It's gonna
or
be
it could
good.
be like an I Am Legend thing where the effects aren't the best, but the movie's still great. So
Yeah, the issue here I think is that they just showed it off prematurely, and that it's gonna be good, but they made the mistake of just like putting it out there when it's not.
if it
supposed to
wasn't
be done.
polished, then it was Disney's mistake for putting it out not
Yeah.
polished.
But only time will tell what's gonna happen.
Only
at the
time
end.
will tell.
So I guess we should probably just hope for the best. I mean, hope for the best, but expect the worst at this point.
Just go in with an open mind.
Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. To wrap things up, Ben. So what are your your top 5 movies you're most looking forward to this year?
Oh God.
Or top 10? if that-
I can't do 10 right now. I could do 5
Okay.
for you in no specific order. Well, Endgame, Godzilla, Lion King, Toy Story. I said Godzilla. Oh, and Star Wars. Yeah, and there's more. There's like Shazam, Spider-Man, Captain Marvel.
What about Detective
Spider-Man
Pikachu?
looks really good.
Oh, Detective Pikachu. Yeah.
I'm gonna see. I'm not even a big Pokemon
Yeah,
guy. and I
yeah,
don't
I'm
see
excited.
that.
I'm not. I'm not.
I'll wait-
seeing
I'll wait
it.
for the reviews to come out.
But I said
It's
Lion King.
awful.
I'm not seeing.
What about you,
Pikachu.
Spencer?
My top 5 are definitely. I pretty much only see like superhero movies, so definitely Endgame, Spider-Man. Looking forward to. Shazam, I think, is gonna maybe be actually a good DC movie for once and ever. And then Captain Marvel,
Sound
I
like
think, is
all
gonna
their
be
movies are bad.
interesting. Yeah, they are. And
Not the
then
Batman.
you mean like?
Dark Knight?
Oh yeah, like
Well, no, he's
excluding
talking about-
excluding
He's
the
talking
James.
about
Gunn,
like
you know,
the
or
cinematic
current-
universe
the
that you're
current-
trying
yeah,
to
yeah. Anyway, those movies and Aladdin, I'm looking forward to. Not so much Lion King.
Did I say Toy? I said Toy Story 4.
You most certainly.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
Not-
Wonder
not really.
Woman was awesome.
Yeah.
See, I.
But
I liked
oh,
Wonder
you want to talk about some bad CGI?
Yeah, that
What was?
Wonder Woman.
I mean, with
The
Ares
I
was
was like-
so bad,
Yeah.
and the casting with Ares was horrible. Ares is supposed to be the god of war. They made him this like old
Made him- it was
guy
Professor Lupin.
with with like a dumb goatee. Like it looks so stupid. I was so mad at the ending of Wonder Woman. I was enjoying
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was
I didn't mind the
enjoying Wonder Woman.
I guess I kind of just like those big battles.
I was enjoying Wonder Woman. The battles were great. I really liked it. I'm a history guy. I loved a good timepiece, and it was great in the World War I and everything. And then as soon as they brought Ares into it, like the ending just went right off the
Yeah.
cliff. It was like so good, right in that sweet 7 out of 10. And then they showed Ares, and it was like, oh god, why? Why did you do this? Like, ugh.
Alright.
So Wes, I still gotta give mine. Definitely Endgame. We're all gonna go see that
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Right?
Endgame is-
Oh yeah.
See, Endgame.
Gotta see Endgame.
Shame on you, John.
We'll
Shame
watch
on you.
Uh, Ben, you gotta make sure.
it. I'll make sure you watch it.
It's on
It's on
Netflix,
Netflix.
John.
Seriously, you have no excuse at this point. It's
I'll
been
make you a
almost year.
booklet of like everything leading up to it.
Okay, definitely Endgame, because I want to see how Captain Marvel and how they go back up to defeat Thanos, because
Yeah.
Thanos got
Yeah.
defeated.
I want to see that.
It's funny, like I saw in the comments
It's just at a farm.
because apparently the reviews for Captain Marvel are good. Like the trailers weren't great, but the
Yeah.
buzz has been positive. And I looked at the comments in YouTube, and people say the only reason I'm going to see this movie is the end credits to see how it connects
Okay,
to
that's a
Infinity.
little mean, but
to-
there's stuff
to
I'm
Endgame.
That's pretty much why I went
Yeah.
to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp. Because like, I thought that movie overall was not good at all.
Really?
But, like,
I
Really?
loved
It
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It wasn't great, but it was. I thought it
Ant-Man and the Wasp
fun.
was fantastic. I
That-
loved it.
That ending of the movie was great though, because I saw it coming, and I was with a friend who had seen Infinity War, and I was like, wait, he's still in there. They're not responding, and then the camera cuts in their eyes, and I'm like, I knew it.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew
And
that
then,
was
You know,
gonna be
I
the...
didn't know, but I just saw that and I was like, oh.
And then everyone in the theater who knew what was going on, they were like, oh shit, oh my god.
Yeah, the theater went wild when that happened. There was
But-
so many gasps. I saw it coming. I was just when I went to Ant-Man, I was like, they're gonna kill just everyone. I didn't expect Ant-Man to make it out. I thought it was gonna end with just everyone dying, because like, I don't know. That's just I saw it, and then they kept. Well, we all know.
And then
that.
Ant-Man is like trapped in.
Yeah, Ant-Man. That's so interesting. I think that's the key, but
Yeah.
that's a whole nother video on.
What else? Definitely
Endgame
Godzilla.
conspiracies.
The
Yes.
trailers look great. Talk about a
Trailers
lot of
look
CGI,
incredible.
but it still looks epic. John Wick 3,
Oh,
because I love those movies.
Gotta get a dog.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. You know, that one I'm actually kind of excited for.
You can never go wrong with the Rocket Jason.
Yeah.
What else?
I
Definitely-
I just
definitely
want to
Star
say
Wars.
because it's interesting that they're doing a new Godzilla movie where they're battling all, where he's battling all the monsters, but like There was also another movie that came out like 10, 15 years ago that had him do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, is it like one of those?
Like it's called Godzilla. Like
Well,
Final
that was
War, I
that was
think.
all the Godzilla movies he was fighting.
Yeah,
monsters.
like
Yeah.
every
It was
Godzilla
most of the
movie is
Godzilla
pretty
movies
much
he was
a
fighting
cut and
monsters.
paste,
Actually,
like,
in that Godzilla movie, he fought the crappy 1998 version. Fun
Yes,
fact.
Of
he did.
himself, yeah.
Yeah,
and I thought that
the
was
one from the
fantastic.
American one. It
With
was
Matthew Broderick.
yeah, and they were like, oh, that wasn't the real Godzilla. The Americans got it confused, and then he killed him.
And also one of my favorite musicians of all time, Keith Emerson, did the music for that film. So that's one of the few Godzilla facts that I know.
Of like Emerson, Lincoln.
Yes.
Palmer?
I'm glad that Abrams is back to direct Episode 9. Like I like Star Wars, so I'll definitely see this one. I hope that it's not divisive.
Oh God.
Because I didn't mind Last Jedi. It wasn't great.
yeah,
There
but
was
it was
some,
good. It was
but I thought it was
definitely
good
was not
overall.
the worst Star
no.
Wars movie.
Yeah, but the backlash
I
against
liked
it was
it.
just stupid.
Yeah, I did not think
If
it
you're a
was that
Star
bad.
Wars fan and
It
you're
was just
watching
different.
this and you're still butthurt over Last
Everyone
Jedi,
was
get over it.
everyone was just mad because it was different, but I
Savage.
thought it was good because a lot of the Star Wars movies that they were making, like The Force Awakens, was literally A New Hope. Like, let's be honest here, and like all the Star Wars movies just kind of felt the same. And then I liked The Last Jedi because it was so different. Like, there's so many things different. Like with all the like they lost pretty much. Like their plan didn't work, which is very uncommon in Star Wars. Usually their plans always miraculously work,
Perry?
but yeah, Perry, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Where's Perry? Oh, in the hospital.
I was just.
But thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the SCSU YouTube channel. I'm Sebastian Gonzalez.
I'm Ben Palmieri.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Jonathan Myers.
And I'm Perry Hoy.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well
no,
introduce
cares.
yourself. All right, thank you for watching.
Might as well.
Please. Oh, and that's Genevieve in the back.
Wait, who's that?